Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Sean Nick's coming out here. Midnight money, late night money, whatever you want to call it. Welcome on in on a Thursday morning, Wednesday night still, if you're not on the East Coast. Free picks are scrolling. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. Free picks are up for tomorrow. I'll throw the link in here for the podcast. That way, if you want to listen doing something else in your life and just want to listen to my soothing voice, you got a link to the soothing voice. Anyway, welcome on in. Hope everybody had a good day. I didn't have a good day. It was just another, looks like we're 5-5-1 in the video, 7-8-1 regular plays, another split of the action. What am I going to do? We continue to, you can't, if I wouldn't just, got a lot of time doing this. And I mentioned it was a rough February. After today, so I had Syracuse plus 2.5, plus 2. I think tough loss there. Richmond I put out early on a plus 1.5. I think they closed at 2.5, 3. Maybe you would have got a push. Maybe it would have been a close loss. Still, that those 31-68 with those half point, 1.5, 2-point kind of games. Rough. Terrible. Who am I kidding? It stinks. Anyway, so that's that. That's the recap from the games going on. I do have Northern Arizona plus 7.5 and over 129 in Oregon State. So we'll see what happens. I mean, maybe it's either going to be, I hit both of those. It's a split out day. We split them either way. It's maybe a small losing day. It is what it is. We move on to our plays for what's our next day? It's Thursday. Jeez. That's what happens. All right. Anyway, let's get to tonight's game. Or to tomorrow's game. So I like VCU minus 6.5. Miami minus 5.5. Baylor minus the 4.5. Ohio money line. Hawaii money line also. Both of those minus 115s. Morgan State plus the 5. Auburn minus the 110. TCU minus 125. And Villanova, when I loaded these in, there was not a line for that. I'm guessing probably like a 5.5 in that. That's my guess. I put it out on actually Twitter as a 5.5 with a question mark. Wasn't sure. Looking real fast. Just scanning. I don't really see it right now, but that would be my guess on that game. That would be my guess. Well, I'm going to like that. Well, tomorrow, will we add more games? Possibly. See what's out there. See what we like. We'll see what we like. I'm sure there might be something to catch our eye. Although I'm locked in with how many games I got for tomorrow already? I am locked in with a few already for tomorrow. I got 3, 6, 9, 10, 14, 15. I got another 15 games. Again, we'll see how we do. Locking in with King 1 tonight, but there's 6-unit. Hey, top play West Virginia gets it done. Yeah, I had West too. I had a good opening number, 2.5, but I didn't think it would be a worrisome play going up to 4. I still liked it, had it. And that's the key, King. You got to you kind of like something a little more, you put a little more on it. Now, we don't go crazy and bet everything on something more than the other, but obviously you like some more games more than others. Nothing wrong with that. Lane's in house, good evening. Just locked in Miami myself, liking the pick. Here's the thing with the Miami game, and where are all my... Well, these are not them. No, these are just all my other sheets. So I have all the tournaments here. So with the Miami game, where's the ACC? So you're in a spot here against Wake where Wake hasn't really played up to the competition well. I'm going to just pull up their schedule real fast here. So this time of year, okay, you get a couple wins under your belt. And I was doing this with I want to say where's the other team? Well, we'll find it. I wrote it down somewhere. It's another conference. But you look at Wake. So, all right, Syracuse, BC. You split Syracuse because you lost to them at the end of the season. You lost to Boston College, was playing a little better. You were an 8-point fave. You beat Notre Dame at home after Notre Dame had a big win at home for their coach going away. You lost to NC State, Miami. You edged Georgia Tech as a 13-point favorite. You beat North Carolina at home. Notre Dame went on the road, lost to Duke. So I see a team that plays down to competition. When they step up in competition, especially on the road, they do not perform. Just 4-8 on the road as it is. And Miami comes in, basically, I mean, they're 8-2 their last 10, or you want to say 9-2 their last 11. How about 9-3 their last 12? And you're talking a 1-point loss to Florida State, who, as bad as Florida State is, they've covered, and they're going to battle an in-state game like that. Lost by 3 on the road to Pitt. No shame losing Pitt. They were a top seed. If Pitt would have won their last game, they would have been a 1 seed, something like that, right? If they would have edged out that. And they have a 2-point loss at Duke. And then they have a 2-point overtime loss. Again, 2-point loss at Duke on the road, 2-point overtime loss on the road at NC State. This is a team that is a very good team. You're going to lose a tough one on the road in overtime? Yeah. You're not losing to what's a nice team that Wake BC. All right. You're not losing to BC. You're not losing to barely edging Louisville. 2-point win over Virginia Tech. Rutgers is a fair loss. I'm just saying, I like Miami in that spot. A little better schedule, a little more, I don't say quality of losses, but the way they lose says something about a team. D, Texas coach be out. Yep, Boeheim out. Listen, Boeheim, these old guys, they got to go. These kids today, they can't handle these old coaches. These old coaches are old school. They got you out there running suicides, demanding stuff from you. These kids are getting paid now. They don't want to hear no nonsense. They think they're NBA players. So the old regime's got to go. And the old regime was good. Let's be honest. We saw some great players under these old coaches back in the day. But he get out of there, Jim. Get out. The kids don't respect you. You're going there and be like, "Whoa, who? You went to the Final Four with who? Who? Carmelo Anthony? Who's that guy? Derek Coleman? That guy's terrible. Like they don't even know the teams he's had. The Texas Tech coach out. I heard that the old A&M guy, who's that? Beard's going to go to Mississippi. Nice. It is what it is, King. We see what we do. It's to Moose. Thoughts on St. Louis, Michigan, Duke under on Toledo and under Marquette. So St. Louis, of course, I like St. Louis. I do like Rutgers. That's it. I'm a Jersey guy, so I'm going to pull for them. Both of these teams, I think you want to go either way with Michigan or Rutgers. I think they need a win here for them to kind of get on steady ground for tournament action, right? They want to get in the dance. I think the winner has a good shot at that. And I also think whoever wins this between these two, I think they can knock off Purdue next game. So I think whoever wins this game and you go either side of it, I can't really talk you off of Michigan. I'm sure Tate the Great will be happy tomorrow seeing that. Duke. Where's the Duke matchup? They got Pitt, right? Was that 5? What's that Duke line? Six. I don't know. How about an under there? Although I had Tech +8 and the under 143, and I nearly lost both. I'm lucky to pull out a push there. I want to say under here because Duke plays defense, and I'm not expecting a duplicate a duplicate Duke performance, a duplicate Pitt performance like that. How did they do head to head? I mean, 141. It was 143 today. So Duke 77-69, and then last year doesn't count, 86-56. I mean, I thought what am I going to do? Pitt hitting 56%. I'll tell you what, they're not hitting 56% versus Duke. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Toledo under early. I don't hate that, just because in an early game, you're not going to have like the feed off the crowd and get a little wild stuff like that. They are an over team. I get it. I'm not looking to go over that. You need a lot of work. You need a 85 spot just from Toledo to be in that. I'm not high on Miami, Ohio. How bad is this defense? Miami, Ohio. Yeah, they gave up 80. I mean, 75. Let's be honest. You're playing a team that gives up 85. They're going to give up 80 spot here. But what are they scoring? I don't see it. 89-71, 81-78. I'd say under. And the Marquette. Here's another one. Big early number early. 96-94. These guys played a 96-94 game to end the season. And 96-85 to start the year. Holy cow. Johnny's have put up a little bit of points here. So Butler game was a little ugly, 76-63. Typical Big East. But then you got 96-94, 86-95. 79 said he's not going to get there. 92-83, but that was an overtime game. I'm still going to go under in these early actions though with you, especially when we're talking 155, 160s. Brandon, good evening. I miss you. I'm here every day. We're here every day, buddy. Sometimes if it's not on Picks and Parlays, you go to the Winning Free Pick channel. Winning Free Picks on YouTube to watch it if you want. Strange, I went down and asked if he was stepping down. Bam said, ask the school. Yeah, I mean, that's a him being a jerk. I mean, let's be honest. Like, he's no different than any kind of athlete who's at the tail end of his career and being forced out of a spot. You're angry. I mean, dude, the guy's been there for what, 45 years? I mean, what the heck? Come on. I don't want to say the game's passed them by because they were just in I mean, I don't know if they're in the Final Four not a couple years ago, but within like the last 10 years, it's not like it is what it is in basketball here. But come on, Jim. Go off into the sunset gracefully here. You had a nice run. Astros tomorrow. We like the Astros every day. Let's see what we got here. Are the Astros? They're not even playing tomorrow. They're not even playing. I don't see them on the schedule. I don't know. I don't see them there. Rumor saying Chris Beard heading to Ole Miss. I could see him going back to Lubbock, back to Tech. That would be interesting, huh? Oh, I'm back. You messed up. I don't know. I mean, that'll be a little. He's probably still got a house around town. I mean, why would he? Why would he go back? That's just bizarre. Took us out of Oklahoma tonight. Nice one, Oklahoma State. I liked Oklahoma there. They had their guard back. They're playing. You figured they play a little better. Wasn't meant to be. So like Mississippi State and Illinois. Troy wants to know. I do like Illinois tomorrow. I'll say that. And who's that? Mississippi State. Who's Mississippi State against Florida? This 3, I don't know. You know what? I might take Florida at that point. I don't like it. I mean, I see a 3.5. So if you're buying it down to a 2, um, nah, I'm on the Gators in that one. I like the Gators. Illinois, though, I can get behind Illinois. It's Penn State. Is that a revenge spot for them? I think they did. They just play the other day, and Penn State beat them. Oh, Penn State played Maryland. When's the last time they played Illinois? Yeah, they beat Illinois 93-81. I remember that. I remember that game. I think we had Penn State in that matchup. Because I think Illinois was ranked after beating Rutgers. Yeah, definitely a strange spot, him going back to Texas Tech. Troy, I know it's kind of corny to say my picks when the day's over, but sweat the board, Stanford and Davidson. Well, I'm not going to say it's corny because I've seen you in the day chat. You come in during the day and put your plays up. So see how I'm at today. Again, sometimes it's in the, I forget when I'm loading up. I always put like the win and free pick stuff up first. When I add it, and then if I get sidetracked or if I'm putting in descriptions, sometimes I don't always add the picks and parlays YouTube to it. So they're playing tomorrow at 12:05. I don't even see them. They're not on. I don't see them on the board here. VCU Davidson under the 134. Renzo, like a little early under action. I don't hate it. Don't hate it. One, again, like I was just saying about these other games, I kind of like unders in early games. There's no juice to it. You're playing at noon in a weekday. Last time they played, it was 61-51. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Let's see. I mean, how about Davidson? 20-10 to the under. VCU 18-13 to the under. And then we just add in everything else on top of it. Don't hate it. What do you got? Is that 134? Yeah, it's 134 and a half. It was 135 earlier, so it's ticked down a notch. I like it. Stop Geo. Fully switch over to straight bets as a 4 day. Excellent. Day 1, 901 college basketball. Told myself might not happen again months. Hey, not a negative day. There you go, Gio. That's the thing. Like the parlays are great. They look super. Wow, it's X to win a lot more. Right? We joke about it. Best way to go 3-1, put in that 14 parlay. Oh, now they're playing Friday. That's what I thought. I knew they weren't playing tomorrow. I mean, Friday, we don't have a pitching matchup. I mean, how do I know who's pitching? Oh, we could talk about that tomorrow. Going to rodeo Saturday. All right, have fun. Have fun to radio, Brandon. Tamus, forgot to mention that you said that St. Louis line, they open at 3, it's up to 4.5, and that Duke line open at 4, it's up to 6. Just Sharon. Yes, well, the St. Louis line makes no sense. I'm going to ride the Billikens there, and Duke 4-6, huh? Yeah, I mean that's 6 might be a little high for me. I might lean a little Pitt there. If anything, if I move in that game, it'll probably be on the under. But honestly, I might come in with a dog. I mean, I came in on some late dogs today. Obviously, they didn't pay off, but Butler, Georgia Tech, it happens. A couple unders that didn't get there. I had Minnesota over though, that got there. But yeah, I'll be on Billikens. What do you think about the Rutgers-Michigan game? I like Rutgers, believe it or not. Whoever wins this game, I'm taking them against Purdue. I'll probably take them on the money line, too. Not high on Purdue. North Carolina trying to make a run to get on field. 68 the Cards played well tonight. I think they're getting in. I said that before. They'll get in. It's North Carolina. And like I said in the ACC tournament preview show. I'm like, who wants to face this team? Are we shocked that they won? I'm not shocked they won yesterday. Well, I'd be shocked or today they won today. Will I be shocked if they win tomorrow or today, wherever you live? I mean, I'm not gonna be shocked to beat Virginia. This is the same team that was in the championship game last year. You don't think it's kind of be like, they left us for dead. They think we're garbage. Yeah, let me show you how bad we are. 5-3 today, Penn to Montana. Take it. Still a small winning day, buddy. It's gonna be a small winning day. It's hard to get out of bed today. Just come on. We're doing Red Dawn tomorrow. Who gets credit if they lose for Michigan? See, the Michigan, I lean Rutgers because one, I guess I'm biased to Jersey. I think they have a good team too. I mean, they hit a rut. They played some bad, but the defense, bad ball be damned. They're gonna show up with a defense. And do we really love Michigan? No, Jess. And I said multiple times in here already. I got Rutgers. Whoever wins, Rutgers or Michigan, I'm taking them versus Purdue. I am not buying Purdue one bit. No siree, Bob. So I have to wear my Wolverine shirt tomorrow? Mississippi State, Auburn, Baylor. Not sure who else yet. The Mississippi State is. I'm not really sold on that one. I kind of like Florida there. You're the second person in here who talked about Mississippi State. So I sort of like Florida. Auburn, I like. They're a dog now. They were a favorite yesterday. People will be betting the other way. I get it because it's the other team's ranked. The other team's ranked, and is a 10 seed, and the 7 seed isn't ranked, and they have a better record. Whatever. Give me Auburn. I'm with you. And I like Baylor. King D said too about North Carolina. Yeah. One quad win. But the way the schedule is, you're going to go on the road, you're going to lose. You know, for whatever reason, they didn't play well. This is still a good team. And again, anytime I'm getting them, so tomorrow it looks like not a fishy line. You know, they just beat Virginia, last week? That was their big win. And now they get a rematch. I understand jump on Virginia. Obviously a better team. I mean, per ratings and KenPom Moss after top 5, top 10 team. Would I take Memphis money line tomorrow, Don? Hold on, Memphis ain't playing tomorrow. Am I missing Memphis here? I think they got a bye. I think they got the bye in the American. Where are they? Where's my AAC? Where are you? Where? ACC, AAC, there you are. Yeah, they got a bye. They're not playing until Friday. They'll get the winner SMU Central Florida. And they'll be probably at least a minimum of 240 something fave over whoever they play. So I won't be laying money on that. And real fast, everybody. Sometimes if you don't find it here, Winning Free Picks is like just a sister channel. I do videos over there, a lot of the videos. Hop over there and, put the notification bell on, or subscribe so you see the videos over there as well. Because I haven't seen a couple of you guys. I know people are just on Picks and Parlays, not on the Winning Free Picks. It's the same channel, same page, it's a different color. Stop Geo. Is K-State better than TCU? Wrong team might be favored. Much I don't think I'll end up playing on. I don't feel like fading Jesse. I'm a TCU guy. I like TCU. I got a TCU future in this tournament. Plus 550. No, excuse me. TCU is plus 800. A&M is the plus 550. For me, it's momentum. Michigan's got a Rutgers. Yeah, Rutgers has just been a plotting mess lately. You like Mississippi State, huh? Oh, boy. I'm on the other side. I'm not on I didn't bet the other side. I just don't like Mississippi State. But with Michigan and Rutgers here, Jess. Rutgers, 2 losses, a win at Penn State, 59-56. Lost to Michigan at home. Win at Michigan, win at Wisconsin on the road, 58-57. Like, they win 2 ugly ones there. They lose at home where they usually win. Lost to Nebraska at home, which is terrible. It was a 14-point fave. That was the midst of a 3-game. They lost at Illinois by 9 and lost at Indiana by 6. You won versus Michigan State. Like, I don't know, but you lose on the road. I get it. Teams lose on the road. I mean, Rutgers is 4-7. Michigan is 3-7 on the road. So it's not what it is. But some of the loss at home to Northwestern by 12. I mean, we had Northwestern. They just they look bad. Geo, just FanDuel so far 56% on Florida, 67 on money is Mississippi State. Here's the thing with those, Geo. I know there's people like talk about like, oh, where's the money coming? You go opposite. Here's the thing, and I think Jesse will agree. He's been doing this a long time. Like, you have to be able to predict that ahead of time. Like, I think everybody's going to be Mississippi State. So I'll be holding off a bit here. Now, normally I bet ahead of time. As I said, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 games tomorrow, I think. 3, 6, 9, 10, 16. And yeah, betting ahead of time, it may lead to me going 31-66 at half point to 1.5, 2 points. I get hurt a little bit. But to like just dwell on these kind of things, I don't do it. Especially with sports betting like legal everywhere. So the FanDuel bets are that. Which, I mean, it's tough to decipher this now because you're going to have homers betting on their teams, right? Guys with big money, alumni, whatever the case would be, skewing all types of numbers. That's why you got to respect the number when it comes out. You have to have your own kind of number. Don't worry about that. All the bets are coming in. Well, the public is the public for a reason. If all the money's on Mississippi State, if there's more money on Mississippi State, the bets are on Florida. More money on Mississippi State. Obviously, the sharper sides are on Mississippi State. I get it. I look at that game and I think, well, let me pull it up here. You have a team with 20 wins versus a team that is 16-15. So 20-11, 16-15. My auto assumption is the public's going to be all over Mississippi State because they don't know any better. They're going to look and be like, look at this record. Oh, my goodness. They have 20. The other team's barely 500. They're a 500 team. Yeah, well, Florida beat them this year. Okay, granted. It was 61-59. It was still beat them on the road. Mississippi State had to battle back into that one. Florida State was leading by 9.5. They ended up hanging on for a late win. Wire to wire. So you're just going to come out and scream, well, revenge game for Mississippi State? I don't know. I can't do it. Ask who's playing Major League tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, we'll do baseball tomorrow. This is a lot of college basketball, Brandon. Come on. It's tournament time. Oh, Memphis Warriors. Oh. There you go. All right, we'll get to... All right, Don. Let's see what we got. We got Memphis and Golden State. Who? Let's see. Where it is? No, I'm looking today. It's Wednesday. I got to go to Thursday. Memphis has a little dog. I can't, even at a 2 line here, I guess part of me wants to take Memphis at home because Golden State has 7 road wins, right? They're 7-25 on the road. They've lost 2 in a row. They're coming off a loss to the Thunder. Now, Memphis got a lot of problems going on here, right? You got guys hurt. You got Ja Warrant. He's in trouble. They got a lot of issues. I might take Golden State here, believe it or not. I might take. I don't want anything to do with Memphis. You want all the nonsense surrounding that team? You want to bet Memphis? Dropped 3 in a row. Now they're home. So they were just on the road dealing with this crap. Now they're home with their family and their wives. What the hell's happening? The kids, everybody's asking questions. The hometown media. Ah, Memphis is definitely a stay away. I mean, you said you want to take a money line. But it'll be plus 120. You want to take them at home on the money line? They're either going to win or they're going to lose by 10. I don't think the 2 points is going to matter. But I think they're just in a bad spot. Golden State is bad on the road. I'm not into loving that. Definitely not loving that. But I think the whole injuries off the court, now you're home where it's going to be compounded. I mean, I don't like it. I don't like it. Leaning West Virginia, kind of leaning towards West Virginia, Kansas. I have nothing on that game. I really don't like it. I didn't see a line earlier. I'm guessing Kansas would be probably like a 3 or 4. I mean, they played earlier this year. It was what it is, 76-74 and 76-62. I mean, I like Kansas. I got Kansas to win the Big 12 at 3-1. And we have a Kansas future for the NCAAs somewhere posted in here. I'll have to find it. I don't know where it is. It is somewhere. Here we go. Oh, no, I didn't have the Kansas one. I'm sorry. Houston, UCLA, and Baylor. It was just Kansas for the Big 12. Troy's coming in like DePaul plus 12. Oh, DePaul, y'all. I have a problem. I mean, listen, Xavier is all right. Do I want to lay 12 with him? No. I just think when a team out of nowhere that had a bad year, I mean, the numbers speak for themselves with DePaul. And this is a guy I took DePaul a few times as a dog, thinking, all right, we could do a little DePaul last year. We're getting double digits, and they were absolutely brutalized. So actually, I see. So this was a 12. I see 11.5 now. I mean, this team 2-12 on the road. They just ended up a win, 82-68. And then they upset them 73-72. I remember that game because I think we said in here to take DePaul because Xavier had, I think, Marquette or somebody on deck for that game. Who do you have on deck? Villanova. They played Marquette. They lost. And then they were laying 13. I said, no, DePaul's play Nova on deck. That's the spot you'll be looking ahead to. And they ended up losing by a point there as well. So, again, I was just mentioning them. 12-point dog, loser. 17-point dog, couldn't cover. 13-point dog, couldn't cover. I mean, some tough ones. 10 points, couldn't cover. 11 couldn't cover. That's just in their last 10 games. Double digits in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and cover 2. But on the flip side of that, I mean, I don't want to lay with Xavier. But, I mean, will I be betting this game? No. So I definitely don't want to tell you don't do it when I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? If you're ready to bet it, I'm pulling for you, Troy. I'm all for the doggy. Marquette. What do I have here for Marquette? I don't hate Marquette over St. John's here. I'm not going to talk you off that. I'm a Johnny guy. What are we laying here? 6? I don't hate it. Jays. Where's Jays? Tell me about Jays. Brandon, where's Jays at? I went to, where do you go? Chick-fil-A. My daughter had a track meet. down at Trailer Stadium over in Richmond. Had to drive over there, and she wants some Chick-fil-A. So I got her some nuggets. She likes the mac and cheese. She threw the shot put like 22 feet. She was pretty excited. There are some girls who threw it about 36 feet, 33 feet. So she didn't place. I thought she'd place. I don't know. Iowa over Ohio State. Yes. Fade OSU. I got Iowa myself there, King. The win in Penn State was kind of dubious as well. For which one are we talking about here? Rutgers? Yeah. Big future on A&M. I like A&M. Plus 550. I like the draw. Where's my SEC bracket? It's somewhere to be found. I know it's towards the bottom because it's just the whack and the SWAC down there. So yeah, we're gonna get Auburn, Arkansas, who I think it'll be a lively game. Obviously, I think Auburn's gonna pull this one out, but I think A&M wins there, and I think they knock off Kentucky. Like Kentucky, I'm not worried about the top half of bracket. Like Kentucky is the team you got to worry about. Kentucky, 94 and like 62 in postseason. Forget about it. They're good. 122 and 36 straight up under Calipari. He gets a team to play. King D, when I was on their game, I believe they could beat anyone. Yeah, I mean we see them drop 90 sometimes, but then other times they look like crap. I hope Northern Iowa can bring it home tonight. So I got them too. I got Northern Iowa. I need a late night win here. Get me back to the 500 crew. I'll tell you what, my over Arizona State looks like absolute trash. That's a loser. Let's mark that as a loser right now. Where are we going? We're going to loser town on my total. 1 and 2 on my totals today. And I was just telling Jesse, I said, look at that. I was 60% on my totals. And now 1 and 2. All right. So that's it. We're 7-9-1. Either way, it's a losing day. Unless we get triple overtime in Oregon State. Hey, have you ever heard of Turnpike Troubadours? No, where's the Turnpike? Is that down by where is it? Tell me about it. Trying to get caught up in numbers, money-wise handling. And I've said this, and now, I mean, again, a lot of people doing this now, people on TV, radio, wherever. I think I got them beat. Forget about, 17 years on sites, just betting for 30 since high school, 1990. And I've said it before, since it became legal and started trickling out everywhere, I've had to adjust. Every year it's different because it was back in the day, it was just easy to kind of do things, taking dogs, taking overs, favorites, total. Like you kind of knew exactly where things were going to go. That is out the window because when they come in with like, oh, here's the handle. The handle. What the heck? You know how many freaking degenerates I know who just throw money all over the joint? People in New York just betting the Giants because they're the Giants or the Knicks, or insert any state and the home team. And you see it. If you have different, you go to sites and see the odds across the states. You can see the handle in the money, how it's different. You have to have your own set of numbers and just put blinders on for that crap. Stop that. Like I say, man, whether it's let's take the unranked over ranked team or stuff like that in college or in college football or basketball, that is not just a one-off, we're just doing today. That is all the time. Same with this. You can't worry about that. It's not one game. You can't think small. People do. Right, King? I mean, you know how people think. It's right here. Let's put the blinders on and worry about. You can't do that. Don't trust what your numbers are. David, I have Miami to win it all. I think they're playing the best ball right now. Yeah, the Canes are playing real good. I hope it continues tomorrow. Florida State is out. They lost today. We had them. Well, that was yesterday, I should say. Well, today's technically Wednesday, so it was yesterday or today. I don't even know. So it was after midnight. I don't. They lost a tough one. We had them, but they couldn't hold on. KD O'Brien, NC State, the guy plays elite. Yeah. Although somebody got hurt for them tonight, I think. Solomon, who's your picks, fella? Let's go. T Money's in the house. How you been? Where you been? You're ashamed to say it. Oh boy, I don't even want to know. Over in the Kansas, I guess this is K State, Kansas and West Virginia, like over Case. What do we got here for this game? I don't have a total in this one. When I was writing them down, they weren't posted up fast though. What is the total here? Somebody give me the total on this game. I don't hate West Virginia. You're probably going to be getting a 4 spot, I guess. We'll see. We'll see how they respect Kansas here. How much love is on Kansas? Because I don't know what Jesse thinks it should be. I mean, I'm thinking maybe like a 4, 3.5, 4 for Kansas. Corey Jones, my guy. I told you, Corey. I said it. February 17th, 2021. Corey Jones' first comment in the Midday Money Show. And obviously, I'm guessing most of you guys are watching on Picks and Parlays because nobody has been here the last couple of days when I didn't have it on, when I just had on Winning Free Picks. Be sure to check out the Winning Free Pick page because sometimes I don't always post Picks and Parlays. There's a lot of videos. So I feel like I got lost over here sometimes. I always say, oh, here we go. Really, you got to throw this out here, Team Money? Oh, my goodness. I mean, seriously. Oh, my goodness. The L word. Here we go. Gio, Tennessee Ole Miss under 128. I don't hate it. Tennessee's just one of those teams that can play a 55-50 game. So, yes. Appreciate tips and picks. Good luck tomorrow. Mate. All right. I like that, mate. Where are you from? Well, mate, you got to be from Australia or England with the mate, Gio. Have a good day. Thanks for popping in. Good to see you. Florida State is out. Turnpike Troopers is a country artist. Oh, I don't even know who they are. Listen to music. Brandon, I do sports. I don't even watch games. I'm not listening to music. And when I do listen to music, when I'm doing some lines, I'll turn on some like kind of soothing music, little kind of like jazz kind of stuff. Sometimes I listen to the soundtrack for the movie The Cooler. I enjoy. It's kind of laid back, or music from like the movie The Road. Gio gonna hop on Illinois money line before it gets worse than 140. Norfolk in a blowout versus Coppin. You know that game. I gotta say, well, I wrote down some stuff on that. I was looking at that. I'm like, you know what? Where's that Miak? Come here, you pesky Miak. Where are you? All right. So they've dropped 3 out of 4, Norfolk. And Coppin was one of them. Howard and NC Central. So the top 2 teams, and then the team they're playing now. So you lost. You got to, win on the road. They beat them 96-65. And then they got them and then Coppin came and got them on their own court in Norfolk. And they're usually the class of this conference. And we've seen Coppin, again, this is going back to the year, the Georgetown game, stuff like that. I don't hate Norfolk -10. On the same token, I just don't want to lay that. I don't have confidence in there to do that. Vancouver on the ice, the Canucks. Dave, can you imagine this pick clock in the 80s? I said this the other day. I don't know if you were here. Again, some folks on Picks and Parlays channel go to the Win the Free Pick channel and subscribe just in case I'm not on this channel because there's other videos sometimes playing at the same time as mine. So I don't want to interfere. But yeah, the pitch clock. I said these older pitchers, if you haven't pitched in the minors in the last like 3 years or whatever, it's going to change the way things are going. I mean, forget about complete games. All right, you're only going to get a handful of those, but you're going to get more runs because the pitchers can't come on and step off and you know do their thing. Same with batters. I mean, I don't like the pitch clock. I don't care. I mean, if people aren't watching the game, what are you doing here? So let's piss off people who've been watching it for 20 years to try to maybe win some new people over. You know, I got news for the Commissioners League. People can bet on sports now. They don't give a crap. They don't care. They don't care what it does. That if the moment you can bet on a pitch, believe me, they're going to say get rid of that pitch clock so I could decide when I want to bet here. I'm usually an under guy, all overs. Oh, I'm usually under to start the year. Nah. Overtime. Kick the 100% other Vegas tactics to throw you off your average capper. And yeah, most people are going to look at that and be like, oh, no one knew reverse line moves before and stuff like that. I mean, this is common betting. You know, the too good to be true stuff. I say it all the time. I don't care. I'll go against anything someone thinks it's whatever. Now, tournament time's a little different. Like Kansas is a 3-point fave here, whatever they're going to be. And like, wow, they're a top 5 team and they're barely favored. It's a tournament game. It's a neutral court. And I'm not really concerned about that. During the year, I will gladly, and I'll swallow a loss. I'll take it going against what people think is easy. Is Houston playing tomorrow? Who's that, the Rockets or the Cougars? The Cougars are off. Team Money have been going crazy with these games. It's going to be a fun March, to say the least. Very random. Well, it's been frustrating for me the last couple of days because there's just been 500. Started out really good, 60% for the first week, and then last week's tournament's good. This week's tournament, we're 500. Michael Patrick, 3-4 day with Oregon State plus 11 to go. 3 L's by point. I've had a couple myself. I know the pain. Believe me, I got the over in this Oregon State game. Terrible. I thought, all right, Arizona State in trouble, needs some wins. They're going to push it. Oregon State's a bad team. We'll gladly come and play with them. I'm gonna need triple overtime to get this over 130. Kansas Lions are 3.5. Okay, I thought 3.5, 4 makes sense. Miami, Michael Patrick, Miami, yes, Baylor, Boise. I like them all. Like all 3 of your games. 149.5 at Kansas game. I don't know, Solo. What do we got here? So a 149.5. I mentioned the other 2 scores when they played, 76-74 and 76-62. They're off a 140 game against Texas Tech, who's been bad. Kansas off a game where they scored 59 points on the road against Texas, but again, that was a week ago. I'm going to say under here, Solomon, because if you look at the last couple games for the Jayhawks, they've been unders, and I don't know. Tournament West Virginia to me is a ugly defensive team historically. Now they got a little scoring this year going on, but I'm not buying it. 149.5 seems a little high to me. This could be a 75-70 and not get there. So I'm going to lean under here. Not sure if I'm betting it. You brought it to my attention, so now I'm thinking about it. Michael Patrick, I'm crazy for wanting to grab some West Virginia on this short number. No, because I just said the short number. You see it, it's like, 3.5 looks light for a top 5 team. But it is tournament time. They did play a close game. See, I think Kansas is kind of peaking here. Granted, awful loss. Yeah. Oh, hey, how can they be peaking? They're off a loss. Yes, they are. That being said, before that, they ran off what? 8 in a row, 9 in a row? I mean, whatever they had. Oh, they had a loss at Iowa State on the road. Again, we're talking about teams losing on the road. So, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 2, 8, 2, 9, and 2. Then they had those hiccups in the middle there where people thought Kansas was done. I don't know. Again, I lean under here. Sidewise, I don't know. Again, I got Kansas for the tournament here, but that's just for. I need a top bracket. I need a bottom bracket. So we got a little. We got a little TCU and Kansas matchup. Team looks like dogs are dead here in college ball, but tomorrow that's changing. Well, you think. See, I don't. That's. I mean, tomorrow, yeah, because we're back in. We have the AAC and the MAC and stuff getting ready. See, I see now. Like sometimes I'll grab my dogs early. Obviously, they weren't dogging for me because I'm 500 the last 3 days since Monday. Michael Patrick, I want to grab some Providence here. Cooley as a dog. I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, what we said this. What did we say this a week ago when they played UConn and UConn crushed them? I mean, it's nice. You think so, but last week it wasn't so nice when UConn beat them 87-69. Yeah. Grabbing some Baylor first half after getting smacked down by Iowa State last game. Yeah. And think about that. They win that game. I'm pretty sure they'd be the 2 seed and playing Oklahoma State, not worried about playing Texas in the next game. T-Money, guys are not accurate to the stupid pitch clock I'm discussing. I figured baseball would at least be saved. So a guy get his face drilled the other day. I'm telling you, dude, the pitchers are going to be a little more wild. Walks, hits allowed. It's not good. I don't know. I don't like it. I'm an old man. Can't wait to basketball picks to drop. More basketball picks. We got basketball picks in the chat. Do some basketball picks, fella. We got you covered. Playboy, here you go. Basketball. They're scrolling underneath too, Solomon. VCU minus 6.5, Miami minus 5.5, Baylor minus 4.5, Ohio minus 115, Hawaii minus 115, Morgan State plus the 5, Auburn minus 110, TCU minus 125, and Villanova. Give me a Villanova. What's the Villanova? Now I got to pull up the Villanova line. It's got to be up by now, right? I'll add it to the chat here as soon as I head on over to one of the sites here and see what we got for Villanova. What time's Villanova going here? Where's Villanova? Why don't I have a Villanova line? Are you kidding me? There's still no Villanova line up? What time's this game? 9:30. There you go, you little 4.5. I thought it'd be 5.5. It is 4.5. I thought it would be a 5.5, or it is 4.5. I'll still take it. Nova plus 4.5. Here we go. All right, well, sort of close. There you go. Where are we here? Someone's waiting for basketball. What revenge you like for the rodeo? I've never been to the rodeo, Brandon. Picks from David House. Late night style. Love it. So Riverside and K-State. Usually like the underranked favorites, but not TCU this time. See, I kind of like TCU. I think people are going to bet K-State. I got a TCU just in the future for the conference tournament, Dave. But this game, did I bet this game? No. I mean, K-State's a team. I talk about just like Providence being a team that kind of wins game. K-State, I mean, they got 23 wins on the year. I mean, what are we doing here? They just lost to West Virginia. Not bad. You lost on the road. I get it. And I had them again 5. I'm like, you know what? 5's a little steep. 1, 2, 3. Win a couple again. Lose on the road. It is what it is. You have good quality wins. It's a neutral spot here. I mean, that's what makes it a kind of a toss up. And TCU's got I think their playmakers back for them, which will help. But I mean, the line is the scary part here with this game, right? You see, like TCU's favored, and you're thinking, well, they just had lost like 4 in a row or whatever. And it's gone up. It's 2 now. It's what, 2.5 now? Gio, you're going to hand me for asking, but can I get a 4-team straight up money line parlay for basketball? UConn money line first leg of a money line parlay tomorrow. Let's run it. I mean, listen, you see I got faves. You want a money line parlay? You see the fave scrolling here, Gio. I mean, it's pretty simple stuff. I got VCU. I got Miami, Baylor. I got 4 favorites. I mean, not sizable, but I mean, when you figure I got Ohio, Hawaii, and Auburn at minus 110s in here, 115s. VCU, Miami, Baylor, and put your UConn in there. There you go. After you cash, spend $31.20 and get a weekly pass to say thank you. T-Money, low K-State tomorrow. Knicks should be legal. That's all right. So that's the kiss of death. I got to write it down, T-Money. K-State and Knicks should be illegal. I love it. Oh, man. Stanford never in doubt. Yes, they. And you know what the funny thing? I liked Utah today. And I said on a show with Hannah, I'm like, normally Stanford is where I'm going in a pick 'em with a 7 and a 10. But I was blinded by a Utah win over Arizona like a dummy, like a big fat dummy that I am. Oregon State and NYU plus the points. Well, we'll see what happens here. I'm with you on Northern Arizona. Hopefully we get it, Dave. D, what do we got here? Just hit Oregon State over 123.5, way too low. Well, I don't know. I got 129 for the game. So, listen, if you think that's way too low, 123.5, that means I'm alive. I'm alive for my 130 to get there, which would be nice. Be a nice surprise to wake up to that one. No, it's not that it shouldn't be fun. It's work. And they say, like, do you enjoy what you're doing? Of course I enjoy what I'm doing. You know, I used to joke with my buddies. We'd go to AC and I drive down and they're like, oh, man, it's going to be fun. I'm like, fun? I'm going to work. You know, I'm going, at, 21, 22. I'm taking out like a $3,500 marker at a casino, whether it be Taj or Sands or Trop or what was the other one they used to have? Oh, Tropicana. Hilton was the 4th. Where I had my casino credit at these 4 places. I go, take it out. Hi, come over. Shaky, how you doing? What do you need? Ginger ale. I got my ginger ale. You want to eat, especially with the Taj. I take the boys. They're going and hang out at the slot machines, whatever. And I'm playing, 30, 60, 90 on, 6s and 9s, and $30 backed up 150. Call me, please. I just want to go have a nice big turkey club at the deli. That was fun for me. It was fun. Who's playing college basketball? Brandon. Listen, I love that you come in all the time. How can you ask who's playing college basketball? It's March. Everybody's playing. Well, not everybody, but most every team is playing in their conference tournaments right now. The Houston Cougar basketball team, your Houston Cougars, are pretty much one of the favorites to win the whole kit and caboodle. And it's right here in Houston this year. They could be playing right down the road from their home court. Jesse Shule, Oilers are 9-1 last 10 ATS versus Boston. Just saying. Just saying, Ice Man. So what are you saying? So let's pull up some cold cash on the ice. Cold cash on the ice. Where is this game? Oh, wow. And they're getting 152 as well, huh? You know I'm going to have to take a dog there. After I just saw real fast that we had 3 games today and two $2 dogs, favorites cast. 255 Detroit, 230 or 225 Vancouver. So yes. I'll be jumping on the LA Kings tomorrow, Jess. Edmonton Oilers. Yes. Who else? Hmm, Definitely those two. Ugh. Definitely those two tomorrow. Fandos Nova 5 and that. There you go. Shop around. Shop around for that good number. First three, Van Nice, write down a loping for me. Is this rodeo, Brandon? Geo, that probably is just a sprinkler because don't kill me. No, listen, you got UConn, and I said VCU, Miami, and who was the third we put in there as a fade? Baylor. Have a good night, Geo. Nova is playing the Creighton Blue Jays. I think someone said it's a 5.5 at FanDuel. I love the pen. I fell for Utah as well. I should have figured. Yeah, stupid of me. Again, we're gonna have a bad bet once in a while. We all have a bad pick. That was a bad one. I just said I just put way too much thought into a game in December. Dumb. Kid, I really enjoy the fruits of my labor, but I show up to work, not have fun betting. Because it's not. It's not that it's not fun. It's just, what are we doing? You're staring at numbers. You're like, oh my goodness, this is so tiring. I said the other day, was it yesterday? I'm not too sure. I said I didn't even shower all day. I went, I showered before the show the night before. Do the show. Then I'm going over stuff, see if I'm adding games, things moving. Because at that point, I do bet early games, but personal kind of stuff. Maybe I gotta buy back off of something or a different number, and that's not that I always put every pickup on the video here on the site because people don't get those kind of numbers sometimes. I have a lot of different outs, different sports books, but it's not. I should say it's not that it's not fun, but it's sitting around on your butt all day. It's terrible. Especially when you got mouths to feed. How about Syracuse 2.5-point loss? I know. I had them, Jake. What are you talking about? As I mentioned, we are a 31-68 with our 1.5 to 2-point losses, 2.5 points. Michael Patrick says Houston won't win it. They'll get the Final Four. One of their guys will get hurt. That's the problem. That's the problem. All of a sudden, they're down 2 starters and they're scoring. They got to win games 53-48. That's been our MO the last 3, 4, 5 years. I mean, they have some good teams. They just something always goes wrong for them. When is Sam Detroit Wet playing? Oh, this is country music. I do not know country music. King D, have a good one. I'll see you later. Get some rest. You got that little one. Come on. That's even tougher to do. I remember when my kids were young. I mean, they're still young. I mean, they're teeners now. They're young, but I meant when Big Boy Dan, when he was born, I was, I guess, about 3 or 4 years into full-time stuff like this. And I take that little guy out for a little stroll. All right, country. Listen, my favorite country song. I'll tell you what, Brandon. I was 18, and I drove down with a couple cats from Jersey. We drove to South Padre Island. Drove right through Texas. We left on a Friday afternoon. I remember it was 2:00 because I had to meet these guys in a parking lot. I think I had I don't know if I left my car there or I had my mom or somebody drop me off there. We got in their car. Left 2:00 precisely. They were all Army guys. They just got back from Gulf War, first Gulf. And I was 18, but I was this big. I was a grown man at 18. Baby face, but I had a fake ID. I didn't care. We got to Texas from 2 o'clock on a Friday. Texas, we were here at like 7:30 in the morning. Entered Texas. I'm like, oh man, we're gonna be there by lunch. Yeah, it took us like 8 hours to get to freaking South Padre or whatever it took us to get down. I remember we got there Sunday. It was like 9 o'clock at night, and yeah, 18 South Padre, and we were at a club, Louis' backyard. I had a shirt. I don't have it now. Just, again, it's 40 years. Was that 30 years ago? I was 18, so it's 30 years ago. And they were playing Friends in Low Places, and people were doing some kind of line dance. I'm like, what the heck kind of crap is this? Bro? I'm from Jersey, I mean, we're like house music all night long. Say what? House music all night long. You know, girl, I'll house you. Do anybody? Anyway, it's like country music. Uh, Jake, Baylor, Arkansas will definitely be on my card tomorrow, along with Irvine minus a 10.5. The old anteaters there. I can't. You got a matchup there with Bakersfield. You should run them out of the building. I get it. You know, I don't hate it. I just don't like laying double digits, Jake. I don't. That's all season long. Always love it. I get it, King. Me too. Me too. It's good stuff. Kind of 8.5 with the Aztecs, Michael, in the Mountain West. Going Mountain West action on me here, huh? Who do they got? A little Colorado State. I don't hate it. Super Dad. I get it. I understand. Listen, I was right there with my kids. You got to be. It's fun stuff. I mean, even down like my son's driving now. We're just let him drive around. I'm like, man, and it's always like I said to him. He was watching. He was watching one of the Creed movies. He's going Friday night to see the new Creed. He's like, you don't want to Creed? I'm like, nah, I don't watch a Creed. I don't. It didn't interest me or whatever. And then so I see he was watching on his little phone when he's having some chicken. I'm like, what are you watching, Creed? So Rocky had his little hat on, and I'm like, hey yo, I said, was he visiting son? I started doing my little Rocky impression. It was pretty funny. Get those chicken thighs ready for the games tomorrow. I'm out of chicken thighs. I ate them. We had 2 packages, 16 chicken thighs, all gone. And I just had wings today. I ate the wings earlier. I'll take something out for tomorrow. I might just take a steak out. Just can't go wrong with some steak. Brandon, look at the songs. Look at the song you're talking about. The songs I was talking about. The songs you were talking about. They made another Creed. Well, Rocky. Apparently, it's not the. He said it's not really about Rocky. It's more about Apollo's son trying to get away from being Apollo's son. I don't know. They're awful. I mean, I didn't see him. I can't say anything about him. I just. I know it's a different line away from Rocky. Let's be honest. First Rocky was good. Second Rocky's all right. In Rocky 3. All right. Rocky 4 with Ivan Drago. I mean, Rocky 5 was with Tommy Morrison. What was he now? I mean, I can't get it. And this is any movie. Like, how many sequels are going to have? Stop it. Say, like, Halloween. How the heck is Michael Myers still alive? What's going on here? Jason, Friday 13th, Part 10. Come on. Scream. There's like some kind of Scream. All right, we're ending this show now. We're not getting off this. All right, final rundown of tonight's picks here. VCU minus 6.5, Miami minus 5.5, Baylor minus 4.5, Ohio minus 115, Hawaii minus 115, Morgan State plus 5, Auburn minus the 110, TCU minus 125, Villanova plus 4.5. Again, a lot of comments in here. I guess guys are on the PMP channel. Winning free picks. I'm over there too as well. So sometimes, again, there's a lot of videos on Picks and Parlays. You know this. Winning free picks is just a sister channel. That's where the show started. So I appreciate if you just watch over there just sometimes, because it might not always be over here. There's other shows. We're shuffling things around. Listen, First Blood's good. Although I have to say, cheesy, the Expendables. Come on, that's perfect for a big gorilla like me, man. Just like blowing things up. 80s movies tomorrow. Midday Money tomorrow. Winning free picks, podcasts, wherever you're at. Good night, everybody. Let's get this over in Oregon State and Northern Arizona.